Hi, script writers. I wanted to talk to you about how to get started with your script. And one of the things that's kind of interesting is that you can't do much until the researchers come through with your script. So, just for practice, I wanted to show you what it's going to look like and how you can get yourself kind of together. So, first of all, the researchers are going to share a sheet that looks like this with you. This is the script planning sheet. And the researchers will add this kind of information as they find out the information. So you'll have all this stuff in here. And what you're basically going to do is you're going to take all of this and you're going to turn it into something that the talent can use to speak for the broadcast. So I'm also going to share this sample with you, which is the same date, but it's really not the same. And I want you to try to use the other one to practice. So I'm going to give you a sample script. And if you notice, in the old days, we used to have small chunks. They were talking back and forth, but it's kind of tricky because they have to make the videos themselves. So I want you to chunk the information a little bit bigger so that they can make these short videos of them talking. And it's going to hopefully look like they're talking to each other when we get it all together. And the script has to include things like when to play a segment. And you might want to even add graphic for, add graphic for Morse code day. Also, please notice that I have changed the color of one person's part and I made the segments in red. That's just so they don't get confused. You can do it any way you want as long as it works for the talent and they understand what you want. Now, one of the tricky parts for you is the timeline. You need to start writing your scripts now, even though you don't have all the information. So just for practice, I'm giving you this as a starting point because it's a little bit different than what's on the planning sheet. And I want you to take the planning sheet and write a practice script so that you can get used to the flow. And one of the most important parts is, in case you can't remember from before, you notice how right here it says stuff, oh, Morse code is so cool because the other person just said something about Morse code. You want it to sound like people talking, not just like, here is the news, I'm reading it to you. So it should sound like people, it's called banter when they go back and forth. Oh, that sounds like a great way to participate in social justice. So you have these little lines that sound like they're talking to each other. So your job today is to write a script based on this pretend sample template, which I'm going to share with you in your resources. And when it comes to the real thing, the researcher is going to share this with you. And then you'll be able to start writing as soon as you get it from the researcher. And they're going to be working on these today, so you can get started right away. All right, good luck.